So hi, James Chalmers. Today we're going to have a quick tour of the virtual world. So I'm stood here at the holodesk, and on this side of the table I've got the wastewater plant, and on this side of the table I've got the clean water plant. And the intention is to offer customer and internal employees an incredibly immersive experience within the water and wastewater side of the world. And it enables us to show off things like maybe the CCTV down to the wet well that we'll go down to. It shows us the complete plant. We can also bring up different stages of it. We can see if everything's running. What I also wanted to show is while we're here, we have integrated some AI into the tool. If I'm not in the world, we can use our AI generated Sarah here, who can run through different story modes and run through different simulations of faults. So here we are at one of the screens. Well, here's a great example. Actually, we've got a fault here at the screens. You can see that in the red circle. If I go to the powertrains and I look at screens, I can bring up, it looks like that the fault is on the ACS 07, which is one of our cabinet drives. And in this case, actually, the alarm is just telling me that someone's done a mechanical test on one of the fans. Using the Smart Guide tool, I can actually program an interface with the drive. So when I do interact with it, and it says to go to primary settings, I'll press select, and we'll go down to pump clean. I'm not going to actually set this up, but what I want to show is how we can use this for training purposes, where you can actually follow a guide and do it on the keypad, so that when you come to the real world again and you're setting it up, you'll know how to interact with the almost Nokia-esque style of the keypad, you know, with the selection buttons here and the up and down cursors. Halfway down, these are the flow meters. And actually, for those of you with a really keen eye, you'll see one of the big selling features of the flow meter is the fact that it doesn't need massive amounts of straights before and after the flow meter to get the accuracy. The design of the flow meter internally allows the vortex to be correct, that we can have the high level of accuracy without massive lengths of straight pipe before and after. And you can see in this case, to avoid you having to clamber over to pipe number 3 to read it, you can see that we've used the remote keypads. Another feature actually of the flow meters. This cutaway section enables me to have a better, to share better insights with the customer as to what's going on in the well. And so what we've done is completely simulated. We've got float sensors, we've got ultrasonic laser level control, we've got the free submersible pumps. It's not just about selling the drives. We're trusted advisors because we work in this day in, day out, and we visit so many wastewater companies. We can really share what we've learned. And one of the things we have learned is actually the setup of these float sensors is hugely important in efficiency savings. By having those at the right heights, the efficiency gains and the savings of running that pump are quite tremendous. Our pumps that we've got in the world have real physics built in, with the ultimate goal of this world becoming a digital twin. If I bring in level control, for example, I'll trigger the fact that it's going to start running, the flow is going to increase on what pump number 1 can do. I'm running pump number 1 at 44 Hertz because that's the best efficiency point. I've now brought in pump number 2 because the level is continuing. So let's say this is a peak time of the day, and then ultimately you can see our high level alarm was met and we had to go to 50 Hertz on both. But it's having that ability to do that kind of presentation and take away the fear of some of our customers of changing what they've always done. And this is what the VR world enables us to do. Thank you all, and I look forward to seeing you in the virtual world very soon.